In a parallel universe, Andre Agassi doesn't play tennis. He works at your company. He wears a business suit instead of a jersey and formal shoes instead of sneakers. And whenever the appraisal season comes around, he always gets the promotions he wants. Why? Because Agassi doesn't rely just on his technical skills. He relies on something most corporate professionals miss, which is emotional intelligence. Hi, my name is Gagandeep Singh. I am an organizational psychologist and a leadership coach. My mission is to make every Indian corporate professional mentally fit and performance ready. And in today's video, we are going to talk about how Andre Agassi uses emotional intelligence on the field to win matches and how you can do the same. If you follow tennis, you would know that early in his career, Agassi was having a hard time beating Boris Becker. Boris Becker had an unplayable serve. Agassi couldn't read it, couldn't break him. Until one day, he noticed something very interesting. Right before Becker served, he would flick his tongue in a certain direction, and the direction of the tongue gave away the direction of his serve. It was the smallest, weirdest, and the most unconscious habit that he had. But the moment Agassi noticed it, he changed his game strategy completely. He started putting attention on Boris Becker's tongue movement and never let him know that he was observing this. Andre Agassi, of course, used this knowledge to go on to beat Boris Becker just through this one data point. Now back to the parallel universe where Agassi is a corporate professional like you and me. He's your colleague, he works in the same office, has the same bosses, and wants the same promotions that you do. And in this parallel universe, Andre Agassi uses the same technique to win at workplace that he was using in this universe to win in tennis matches. In this parallel universe, Agassi observes people, their motivations, their triggers, their moods, their strengths, their weaknesses, and uses that knowledge to his own advantage. This crucial data helps him decide when to agree with his bosses, when to counter his competitors, when to put forward his points, and when to stay silent. He uses all this data about you to influence the bosses, and you would not even come to know that he was using this data to outshine you and get the promotions that you think you deserve. That's why in this parallel universe too, the corporate Andre Agassi wins all the time. Most people try to win promotions through their technical talent, but miss out on these subtle emotional and human cues. They miss out on emotional intelligence. Agassi, on the other hand, observes, he scans, and when the stakes are high, he acts with clarity. This is not just natural talent. This is sports psychology at its finest. And it's not just for athletes. It's used by elite military professionals, hostage negotiators, and CEOs who understand that power comes from observation. I have coached hundreds of senior leaders working in companies like Tesla, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, JP Morgan, L&T, and many more. And I've delivered over 600 programs on productivity and leadership. And in my experience, the people who rise to the top the fastest, they are not the best technically all the time. They are the ones who scan a lot, who observe a lot, who notice a lot, and who strike when the iron is hot. So if you wish to train on this skill, here's what you need to do. In your next team meeting or presentation, don't just focus on the content of the meeting. Instead, observe people. When someone says, this looks fine, but there is some uneasiness in their posture, that's your version of Boris Becker's tongue flick. So during that time, take a pause, reflect, and then take a call on what you need to do. Most people miss out on these cues. They focus on what is being said, but miss out on what's being felt. And you don't have to be one of those people, because in today's workplace, power doesn't come from being the best technical professional. It comes from emotional intelligence. It comes from knowing when to hold back and when to speak up. It comes from observing so sharply that it feels like a cheat code. That's how in the parallel universe, Andre Agassi gets promoted every single time. And if you are tired of watching others get ahead of you while you stay stuck, start using this technique. Start observing people to get your promotions in this universe. Send this video to someone who could benefit from watching this. My name is Gagandeep Singh. I am an organizational psychologist, and I will see you again soon. Jai Hind.